Hello everyone, I'm Thomas and welcome to Sodor, where me and my friends work really hard and be really useful engines. Have you ever got into an argument with a friend or a family member to the point that it got you and the other person into trouble? Well, that's what happened to my friends, Gordon and his cousin Spencer. They were arguing and trying to show who's better to the point that it caused confusion and delay. Let me tell you all about it. One winter's morning, Gordon was taking the express when Spencer chopped right next to him. "What are you doing here?" asked Gordon. "I'm taking the Duke and Duchess to their summer house." Gordon thought he was joking, but Spencer was being serious and continued his journey to Knapford Station. Gordon tried to race him to see who really is the fastest, but he had to come to a complete stop at Wellsworth Station. "I knew you probably needed a little rest," said Spencer as he passed by. Gordon was annoyed, but little did he know that he was going to have an argument with him. The next day, they bumped into each other again at Knapford Station. They ended up arguing about numbers because Spencer is a private engine and yet he was on platform number 2 while Gordon was on platform number 1. "If numbers are important, then why is Thomas number 1 and you are number 4? asked Spencer. Gordon was surprised at that question and yet he got Spencer right back by saying, "Well, you don't even have a number." Spencer was crossed at that comment. The following day came and Spencer was still upset about what Gordon said, but while his coaches were getting cleaned, he came up with an idea about the platforms. When Gordon arrived, he was shocked to see Spencer on platform 1 instead of the other one. "You said if I was that special, I should be leaving from platform 1, so Gordon had no choice but to go on to platform 2. But what happened next was very unexpected. When Philip and I were putting the coaches on their right platforms, we didn't notice the two were on the opposite sides. Even Gordon and Spencer didn't realize they had the wrong coaches. The station master blew his whistle and they were off. They raced against each other to see who was really the better engine, but Gordon had to stop at Wellsworth as his first stop. Spencer raced past him and that was when Gordon noticed that they were pulling the wrong coaches. The Fat Controller, the Boxfords, and all the other guests noticed the situation too and they climbed back into the coaches to chase Spencer. The passengers in the coaches Spencer was pulling were missing their stops and Gordon raced behind Spencer to get his attention. Spencer saw Gordon behind him, but he didn't listen to what he was trying to say and continued to race down to Cowan Castle. At last, Spencer came to a stop at the castle and was full of pride, but not for long. He saw the passengers looking crossed at him and asked why he stole the express. Before he could figure out what was going on, Gordon stopped right next to him and the angry-looking guests walked out of the special coaches. Gordon explained that Philip and I wouldn't have gotten the coaches confused if it wasn't for Spencer being at his platform. But Spencer argued at him about special numbers. The Fat Controller had none of their nonsense and had them take the passengers to the stations they had missed during the express chase they had. By the time they were done, it was almost midnight and they didn't care which platform they were on anymore. As part of the new year, they apologized to each other and agreed that there's not much of a difference with numbers whether it's number 1 or number 2. Just then, the fireworks went off and so it began with a brand new year that's going to be full of adventures. And that is the story of how Gordon and Spencer's argument got them into serious trouble and they had to fix it and make a truce out of it as well. Just remember that no matter what number or size you are, you will always matter and no one would be bothered by it. I better get going so I can get ready for the new year and be ready to continue being a really useful engine for a whole nother year. Come back again and I'll tell you another true story that happened on this railway. See you real soon.